Welcome back, design students. In this video, we're going to apply materials and lighting to our decanter. A couple of things before we get started here. I want you to notice that I've renamed all the major objects in my scene: the bottle, the liquid, and the stopper. Here's the ground plane. And these two objects are in a group here. Now, they don't have to be in that group. I can actually drag them out of that group if I want to. And once they're out of the group, I can delete that group because I really don't need it. I also want you to notice how this stopper object here is all the edges are highlighted in blue and the bottle is not. That's because the stopper object has smooth preview with the original geometry cage on, and that is 2. If I select the object and press 1, then it is not smoothed at all. If I select it and press 2, then we get the smoothing preview with the cage of the original geometry around it, which is what you see in blue. If I select it and press 3, then it is smoothed without the original geometry cage. So we're going to do this very quickly. It's not going to be that hard at all. Just select the stopper or the bottle, either one, right-click, and assign new material. And we're going to make this an Arnold AI Standard Surface Shader. Then I'm going to name this Glass 01. And while we have that selected, that stopper, let's go ahead and delete its history. Select the object, go to Edit, Delete by Type, History, and that cleans up all our nodes up here. Then let's select the new material we created, click Presets, and we're going to select Glass. And now, because we've named it and we're nice and organized, we can select our bottle. Let's go ahead and delete its history as well. Right-click, and we can select an existing material, which we have named Glass 01. And because this is an Arnold material, we need to apply Arnold lighting and rendering. So let's go to the Arnold menu in your main menu. And let's go ahead and select the physical sky. And then let's turn on the Arnold viewport renderer. And you will see that we now have a glass material applied to the decanter and the stopper. You'll also see that at least in my case, the liquid mesh object is bright pink. That usually means that there's some sort of a material error going on here. In other words, it doesn't know how to display it. That's why it's that shade. Sometimes it turns green. I'm not exactly sure what pink means. But I'm going to go ahead and select the liquid mesh. And I'm going to right-click on this mesh, assign a new material. This is also going to be an Arnold Standard Surface Shader. And we're going to select, this time for the preset, we're going to select Clear Water, like we did for the wine, and we're going to change the transmission color to a red color that we are going to darken a little bit to make it look like red wine. Now we need to smooth all of these objects, so with the liquid selected, go ahead and push 3, and select the bottle, push 3, and select the stopper and push 3. And remember, we need to change the transmission from 1 to like 0.95 or something if we want to get a shadow from our glass. And if you want to change the direction of the shadow here, then what you need to do is select the sky dome and select the physical sky node, and then you can change the azimuth, which is the direction of the sun, and you can also change its elevation, and that will lengthen the shadow and change the color of the light, or it will shorten the shadow and make it brighter, just like sunrise or sunset. Now I have one thing that I need to deal with right here. You can see this sort of dark band around my bottle. That is because the liquid mesh is colliding with the inner surface of the glass. So I need to pull that edge back a little bit. So I'm going to select the bottle and hide it by pushing Ctrl H. And then I'm going to grab this edge here and going to turn on soft selection, and then I'm going to adjust my fall off by holding down B on my keyboard, and then I'm going to scale this in a little bit. Hopefully that'll do it. Let's bottle again. Not quite. Need to do the top edge as well. So I'm going to hide the bottle again. And select this top edge now. And almost got it fixed. Just need a little bit more. And there we go. Now what I want you to do is turn in a nice render of your decanter just like this. And when we come back in the next video, we're going to put a label on this bottle and add some effects to the glass to make it look old. And I'll see you then.